Oh, music to my ears, my heart, my tummy. It's that time of year again. Guys, Garden Goodies is back.
Yeah, it's bringing it back, even though nothing's growing out in my garden. But, you know, I preserve a lot of things, and I freeze some things. Something I do during the winter is crack nuts. I collect wild nuts, black walnuts, and butternuts. And butternuts is what we're going to have today with some fish, which I also caught and froze and preserved.
Oh my gosh, it's like a win-win for us, Brendan.
We've been talking about the fish fry for the past few months, and now I finally get to try some.
Yeah, that's right. We thought might as well do our own fish fry for Garden Goodies. And here we see some pictures of what I whipped up, a pretty simple batter that I put on them. It's butternut crusted fish fillets, and pretty simple ingredients. A very savory recipe. If you like a little more salty flavor, a little crunchy. Here, look at the butternuts. They're in a hard shell, but when you crack them, you get those little pieces like that. Yeah. And there's my butternut tree in the backyard, which is getting bigger. If you wanted to plant a butternut tree, they're really delicious nuts. They're very mild flavored nuts. They're pretty good, but they take a long time to grow. That butternut tree will be 9 years old.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
And it has yet to produce a nut. It'll be 9 years old this season. They usually take 8 to 10 years. Yeah, you can take a look. Yeah, see, they got a nice batter on it.
Good. One of my pieces is already gone. I'm on my second piece.
Well, great. And if you're going to plant some nut trees in your yard, you want to keep them away from other things. I've mentioned that before. Because they they have negative effects on some other plants and other trees. You know, they have a strong substance they put out through their roots and the leaves and stuff. So you want to keep it away from apple trees or from your main garden. If the roots get into your garden, then your garden plants won't grow that well.
So Brendan, what'd you think?
I love it. I'm jealous that you got to do all these fish fries. Now, I've kind of been missing out. I've gotten to a few places, but now that Justin made it, and here it is. This is great. I'm glad.
And what do you think about the nuts, the crunchy?
I love it. I like the crusted. It's so good.
Yeah, and it's the recipe we'll have on WAOW.com later on this morning. It's got salt. It's got paprika, a little cumin in it. Okay. You know, so it's a little thicker, crunchy. A beer batter, or not beer batter, but a battered fish with butternuts. But you can substitute other nuts in too. Like if you just want to get some walnuts or almonds or something, you could do the same.
So maybe if you want to stay home for a fish fry one Friday, you can try Justin's recipe. Justin, as always, thanks so much. And so exciting that Garden Goodies season is back. And stay tuned. We'll have your top stories coming up right after this commercial break.
I've got opinions, and I'm here to say them.
That's right. Weekdays right here for an hour.
Next live, Rosie Perez, plus the rookies Niecy Nash.
This morning at 9 on WAOW TV 9.
The Roaring Twenties return with Big Brothers Big Sisters. Dress the part and join Bowl for Kids' Sake at any of these locations. Friday, April 29th or Saturday, April 30th. Register for our first back-in-person event at bbbsncw.org.
As a real estate investor, I look for sharp agents who really know their market. When I need real estate advice in central Wisconsin, I call Tammy Roraxa. Call the agent I trust, Tammy Roraxa, and avoid the drama.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg celebrates spring by making you a happy camper when you win one of 2 Bushwhacker camper trailers on Saturday, April 30th, 4 big drawings. Our 8 p.m. winner can choose camper number 1 or choose $6,000 in cash. Our 9 p.m. winner gets to take home whichever remains. Then at 10 p.m., camper number 2 or choose $8,000 in cash. And finally, the 11 p.m. winner gets to take whatever's left, either the cash or the camper. See the rewards code for details. Must be 21 or over to play. Happy spring from Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Dan, wake up. You're dreaming.
Wow, it's a dream come true owning Hanson Furniture Appliance Mattress.
And what better way to celebrate than with huge savings during our spring sale? Great deals throughout the store.
Now's the best time to buy furniture, appliances, and a new mattress. And we've got special financing, plus professional in-home delivery and installation.
Congrats, Dan, and welcome to Wapaka. There's no question that the Hanson team is in good hands.
And I'm excited to be part of that team.
Enough! This doom and gloom ends now.
It's time for a brighter view. Let the sun shine in with 2-for-1 windows from Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2023.
2-for-1 windows from Feldco ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco. In late October of 2021, I got COVID, and I was pretty sure that I was at the end of my rope.
I knew we were in trouble when we decided to bring in our attorney to start having Joel sign end-of-life documents, business documents.
My last try was an experimental medication. She put me on the Aviptadil, and that next morning when I woke up, I was a new man.
Because of Ron Johnson's right to try bill, I have my husband today.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Do you have used oil, antifreeze, and oil filters in stock?
Get rid of it now. Call Rock Oil Refining, Stratford.
We'll pick it up and turn your waste into renewable energy.
Rock Oil Refining makes managing your waste a breeze. We provide what you need to succeed.
Watch Storm Track 9's Jackson Garla, only on WAOW.
Welcome back. New this morning, a wildfire burning for the past 2 days in Arizona grows to 6,000 acres. And more than 700 homes have been evacuated after winds kicked up a wall of flames yesterday. The fast-moving wildfire tearing through 24 structures. And fire officials say flames as high as 100 feet quickly scorched dry grass, shrubs, and pine trees. And officials don't know when the fire might be contained. And happening today, the 2022 spring turkey season opens. And some good news for hunters, this year's spring hunt is about a week later than last year's. And that's just with the way the calendar fell, so at least hunters won't face those really cold conditions we had previously. And we've got a few reminders for you too. You have until 5 p.m. the day following the day you shot the bird to register it. And of course, remember, safety always first.
Each year we have several cases where we do hear that hunters are trying to step out of their ground blind and trip on their ground blind and discharge their firearm, or they shoot a bird and they're running up on it and they trip over a stick or trip over a log and discharge their firearm. So making sure that they're handling that firearm always, as if it was loaded, making sure it's in the right direction.
The youth turkey hunt was this past weekend, and the DNR says it was a tougher year for the hunt with the cold temperatures.
Well, this just coming into our newsroom this morning, we're learning 57-year-old Daniel Strokerich of Marshfield was arrested for his 7th OWI offense last night. Police say he was pulled over for speeding on a motorcycle. Strokerich also faces a bail jumping charge. Meanwhile, an area man facing charges in his 15-month-old child's death has pleaded not guilty. 26-year-old Cody Robertson of Lincoln County is charged with neglect causing death. Authorities say an autopsy found the toddler had been a victim of child abuse and suffered from respiratory issues when he died. They say he and his siblings all had meth in their systems. The U.S. Department of Justice may appeal the court ruling that struck down the nation's mask mandate for travelers. The DOJ saying that's if the CDC says it's still needed. An appeal would mean the Biden administration would head to a higher court to try to extend the mandate. The head of the Department of Transportation was in Coloma yesterday, where he was asked about the mandate.
As of today, the mandate's no longer enforced by the government. It's up to airlines and operators, and I think most of them, if not all of them, have said that it's up to the individual at this point.
Meanwhile, many airlines and public transit systems are already deciding to make masks optional following the court ruling, including the terminal at Central Wisconsin Airport. Both Delta and American Airlines are making masks optional once you board their planes. It's unknown if or when the DOJ will announce a potential appeal.
New on Wake Up, doctors say unmasking on planes is risky because of how close passengers are sitting together. But for cars and buses,
you can kind of understand where are cases at in your area, what's the likelihood that I'm either going to pick up someone who has COVID if I'm an Uber driver, or the likelihood that I'm going to sit next to someone on the bus with COVID.
That being said, Dr. Jeff Ponoff recommends continuing to wear your mask on public transportation to protect yourself and the people around you. And kids are experiencing a mental health crisis right now. Tomorrow, News 9 will air a 30-minute special on Our Kids in Crisis, a mental health emergency. And we will hear from local students on the issues they are facing and what they wish their parents knew.
I think that there's been no consistency in our lives for the last couple years, and that's hard because there's no balance.
We also dive deeper into solution, and we will share how experts say you should talk to your kids and take a look at the resources available that could help save a life. Again, join us for that 30-minute special on News 9 at 6:30 tomorrow night.
Well, happening today and new this morning, those looking for a new job can meet with prospective employers